Hi, my name's Ash or Bash from the Flying Seagull Project, and I'm sending this because most of you know me already, and I tell you this every summer when I see you at the festivals. For those who are new, it still applies to you anyway. This is a message to all you parents out there at the end of the first week of this new and quite bizarre situation we find ourselves in. No one says it to you often enough, and I think it's important that someone does now. And I work with children, so to give some background to those who don't know me, over the last 18 years, I've worked professionally as a kids entertainer. I've run a children's charity, the Flying Seagull Project. In the UK, I've met tens of thousands of kids and their families at events and in schools, all over the world, in orphanages, in war zones, in communities living in hardship, in royal palaces in the Middle East. I've literally worked across the board. So when I tell you that I know a little bit about play leading and teaching and interacting with kids, I've got that sort of background. And I want to tell you something. This week, you've done a good job. Now, I know many of you are going to be feeling completely out of your depth. You know, you're communicating in ways you don't normally. The kids are acting in a way that's more erratic than you're used to. All the things that are normally so easy between you in the home, even in half terms when it can get a bit manic, feel different. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of uncertainty. You've got all the work to do at home. If you've got a partner who's working from home, or even both of you, it's even trickier. The kids who normally love their schoolwork are not settling down to work. Brothers and sisters who are normally the best of friends are clashing and going at each other. And you feel that maybe, you know, the schoolwork you sent, you missed a bit on the back, and then you couldn't really understand what was being asked. And look, everyone's in the same boat, all right? You're not alone. You've done a fantastic job, because if you do your best, that is literally all you can do. In this next week, next month, next however long this is for, you're going to face these challenges. And there isn't really an easy answer, but just give yourself a break. Be cautious. Look, that despondency, that fear, that negativity, that self-doubt that may be niggling and sneaking up the back of your head and into your brain. Do you know what? Everyone's feeling that in a minute. Parents and everyone else too. There is a general collective consciousness of fear, of doubt, of not being able to make our minds up. Look, the way I was discussing this recently with my brother, and we came up with this analogy, and I think it's the best one, is that we are all being asked to be architects, designing buildings on sand, and every day when we wake up, or I should say every day about 5:30 when the Prime Minister makes the announcements, the sand moves. And everything we thought we'd designed the day before, all the new plans, all the quick, professional, and usually efficient ways that we work seem to have vanished again. And we're starting from square one with all the kids in the house, with our income in serious question. Some of our income's completely disappeared. All of us are facing that, and there is that heaviness, man. It's in the sky, it's in the air, it's in the phone calls. You know, if you're lucky enough, you've got a friend who's trying to make you laugh and who somehow is managing. But that heaviness you feel, that's not because you're not good enough. It's not because you can't meet this challenge. It's because this challenge was not invited and is brand new and is so complex and so far-reaching, we can't quite comprehend it in one go. So look, it's been week one, and I'm here telling you, you've done good. Now it's the weekend. Find a way. Breathe out. Let go of the shackles. Throw off some of the failures. Celebrate in some of the successes if you can, but give yourselves a break. All right. The kids love you, and they know that you love them, and they know deep down you're doing your best. And in years to come, when they look back, even if they don't see it now, and even if you've had moments this week where you've rowed with each other and said things to each other, or you've said things to them, or they've said things to you that hurt your feelings, that feels like it's come from somewhere real and somewhere that, and you think to yourself, maybe they've always thought that. They haven't. It's not true. It's the situation. It's tough, and it's baffling everybody, and it's meaning that we're spiking in ways that aren't real. When your kids look back on this, somehow in some point in the future, with any luck, if we all make it there, they're going to remember how their mum or their dad or their grandpa or whoever they're living with did their absolute best to be their temporary teacher. Yeah, stick to the lesson plans. All the teachers out there, you're doing a great job making plans, but also parents, you know your kids. You know what makes them tick and what doesn't. You know what, do your best, stick to the plan. But if you need to have a funny 5 minutes where you all go in the garden and have a, I don't know, 5-minute run around. Or if you haven't got a garden, you'd switch the telly on and put on a dancing game. We've got loads of stuff on our channel. You'll find it soon. But it's all over the internet. Everyone's putting on some great stuff. If you need to just put the lessons aside on a Thursday afternoon, even though you're meant to be working, just do it. You know how your family works. You know what your kids need, and you probably know what you need too. I'm going to send you this message, not as, okay, if it comes across like I'm patronizing, look, I'm not a parent, which in some ways, you might at the moment probably envy me for. But you know what? It's always, grass is always greener. Yes, I haven't got the same concerns, but it doesn't mean that I can't have absolute respect. I mean, I envy you guys. You've got this beautiful opportunity. And I know that you're spitting out your wine and calling me a name that we won't repeat on camera. Yes, it is a difficult one. Yeah, it's a nightmare in many ways. But also, how often do you get the chance to just have the decision taken out of your hands? This decision is out of our hands. Can't do anything about it. You're doing a fantastic job. Be yourself, be loving, find ways to be kind, find ways to forgive yourself when you get it wrong, and find ways to celebrate when you get it right. And don't take it all too seriously either way, because you know what? Anyone doing a job for the first time on day one, they're going to make a few mistakes. If you've got no guidance and it's happening in your front room where your kids normally run around and act crazy, of course it's more tough. That's the end of the message. I won't go on and on. Get yourself a glass of something you like to drink, eat a bit of food, look your partner, if you're lucky enough to be with someone, in the eye, tell them you love them. And then tomorrow morning, before you start your day off, Saturday, Sunday, lots of fun. Wake up in the morning and give yourself the little family Brucey bonus, the little gem that's the reason why people have families in the first place. Hold your kids, look them in the eyeballs, look them right in there and tell them you love them, hug them and let the week go. Ask them to do the same and have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back on Monday. We're trying to get a few videos ready so we can offer some more fun and play and silly stuff in between some of the challenges of your week. Big love from all of us at the Flying Seagull Project. You're doing good. Keep it up. Have a lovely weekend.